straight down, straight up, down, up. So that's a great way for you to continue to progress as you go through these different levels of push-ups. Hey guys, how are you doing? This is John Shoemate with another episode of LiveAnabolic.com. This is the place for guys over 60 years old who want to get in shape. I should know I'm 62 years old and I can help you get into the best shape of your life. So in this episode, we're going to do a very simple at-home chest and back workout. You know, we're kind of getting through the COVID period now. Some gyms may still be restricted. You may just prefer working out at home. So I'm going to show you a way that you can hit it with just what you have in your own home and some simple equipment that's easy to get at the sporting goods store if you don't already have it. Okay, so let's get going. Okay guys, let's start out with the chest. So first of all, we're going to do dumbbell flies. This is one of my favorites. I like to start out chest this way because it really works to stretch out your pectorals and it stretches out the fascia, and the muscle can grow better when you've got that all stretched out and warmed up. Get your shoulders warmed up too. You'll find that the rest of your chest exercises are a lot easier to do after you do this one first. So I'm just using a couple of 20-pound dumbbells. You can experiment with what's best for you. Remember now, we want to do 3 sets and you want to do 12 reps per set. That's what all the science shows is going to give you the best growth overall. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So really easy. We're just going to lay back. Now I want you to know that there's some ways you can modify this during the exercise itself to put on more resistance or less resistance, a very dynamic exercise. That being, the closer you have the weights into your body, the less resistance you're going to have. The further you get out away from your body, the more resistance you're going to have. So depending on the weights that you have and that you choose, you can increase the difficulty or decrease the difficulty just by doing that. And I'll demonstrate that. Now, we always want to make sure that we have good posture even when we're laying down. We talk about the core squeeze. We want to pull our glutes in tight. We want to pull our tummy in tight. We're just going to lay back down like this. Be nice and neutral. Start with the weights up like this. And we're simply going to come down like this and stretch that fascia out and come up and touch together. And we're going to inhale and exhale. Now, as I mentioned, if you need to modify it and make it less difficult, you can keep it in a little bit closer to the body and just pull those elbows back down to the floor and back up. If you want to make it more difficult, keep the elbows a little bit more straight. Come out like this. Stretch and come back together and touch just like that. And again, 3 sets, 12 reps. Great job, guys. Okay, we're going to keep it easy now. Remember, this is a quick, easy at-home workout. So we're just going to stay on the bench and we're going to do dumbbell presses this time. Really simple. It takes the place of doing a bench press, but it gives you better balance overall because your hands are working independently. Your arms, your pecs are working independently. So if you have some imbalances, it will help to straighten that out because each side's got to do its own work. At the same time, you're having to stabilize the weight in space. So as opposed to using a bench press bar, when we use the dumbbells, you've got proprioception, that meaning that your brain and your muscles have to work together in unison to make sure you keep the weights centered and balanced as you do your reps. Now it's really simple. I like to keep my hands in fairly close, just almost like I'm doing a push-up. If you were to bring your hands all the way back, it's good to have your thumbs really close to the sides of your chest there. Doesn't have to be exact, but that's typically what works the best. Okay, and we're going to do 3 sets. We're going to do 12 reps. Again, the science tells us that that's where we get the most muscle growth overall. Again, just like we did with the flies, you've got to have great posture. Okay, so before you lay back, I want you to check that. I want your chin down and slightly back. I want your shoulders back. Squeeze your glutes. Pull in your navel, make sure that you're really stable like that, okay? And down like this. You can plant your feet firmly on the floor like this, and we're just gonna come straight down and straight up and touch the weights together and down and back up and breathe. Inhale and exhale. just like that. And remember, do your 3 sets of 12. Make sure to challenge yourself, add enough weight so that on that 3rd set, that 12th rep is really hard for you to get. Hey guys, great job so far. Hopefully you're starting to feel the pec muscles start to burn just a little bit. Now for our 3rd at-home chest exercise, we're gonna do push-ups. It's one of the best go-to exercises when you're working out at home and you're trying to hit the chest. Now, there's a few different ways we can do that depending on your skill level and where you're at right now. I'm gonna show you 4 different kinds. I'm gonna show you the wall or the counter push-up. I'm gonna show you the knee push-up. I'm gonna show you the standard push-up and standard push-up with alternating legs. And then I'm gonna show you the decline push-up. Okay, so let's start with the wall push-up. Now this is for you guys who may be starting out, maybe you don't have a whole lot of upper body strength just yet and you're not ready to do a standard push-up. So get to the wall or get to a countertop like I like to demo right here. Now, when we do any kind of push-up, posture is critical. We want the body to be like a solid plank, solid in the midsection. Okay, so good posture with the chin back, slightly down, shoulders back. You're gonna squeeze your glutes, you're gonna pull in your belly button, and you're gonna keep it rigid like that. And we're gonna get on the counter just like this, and get your feet back to where you're comfortable, about shoulder width apart, and just down, touch your chest, and push back up. Down, touch your chest, and push back up. Now, if you feel like starting out this way, you can go more than 12 reps if you need to get a little bit more exercise in. So you can do 3 sets of 15, 3 sets of 20, whatever works for you there. Okay, next up, we're gonna do the knee push-up. Now let's say that the counter push-up just doesn't challenge you quite enough, but maybe you're not ready for a standard push-up yet, or you've been doing the counter push-ups and you're ready to advance on to the next level. Well, it's really simple. First of all, the exact same principle. We're gonna plank out our body. So we want good posture with the chin in, shoulders back, squeeze the glutes, and gut pulled in. And we're simply gonna go down like this, except we're gonna stay on our knees. And we're simply gonna go straight down like this, touch our chest to the floor, and push back up, and down, and back up. I want you to notice how my hips stay really still. They don't move up and down. So you can do just as many reps as you want to on this. You want to fatigue the chest. Typically, you're going to do like 3 sets of 15, just like that. Now, next up, if you're ready to advance beyond this to the standard push-up, then it's just a matter of picking your knees up off the ground. So we'll show how we were on the knee push-up, just like this. Now we're just going to come up into a full plank. And again, watch the hips, see how they stay still. And we're gonna come straight down and push straight back up. And straight down and straight back up. Now, if you wanna add a little more variation to this, a little less stability, you can actually lift one foot up in the air like this. Straight down, straight up. Down, up. Switch feet, do more ups with the other foot up, just like that. So that's a great way for you to continue to progress as you go through these different levels of push-ups. Now the last one I want to show you is called the decline push-up. So we're actually going to elevate our feet and do a standard push-up, except we're going to have more weight going towards our chest and our upper body. So it's really simple, just like we did the standard push-ups. We're going to put our feet up on the box like this, and straight down and straight up. Keep the hips in line and up. Squeeze the glutes, up. Keep the navel pulled in and up, just like that. So that's how you can advance through your push-ups and get that 3rd good hit on your chest through push-ups. All right, guys, great job in the chest. Now we're gonna switch over to the back. Again, these are simple, quick, at-home exercises for chest and back. We're gonna use dumbbells now, and we're just gonna do simple dumbbell rows. This is really great for your lower back stability and for your rhomboids that are responsible for pulling your shoulder blades together. Really important for your posture overall. Keep your shoulders drawn back. Strong rhomboids will help you do that. Really simple. So as always, we're gonna have great posture. We can have our feet either about shoulder width apart. I like to put my feet right together to force me to balance and stabilize a little bit more. And we're simply going to bend over at the waist like this. Again, see how my back is straight? and we're not curving the back or the spine at all. Okay, and really simple, we're just gonna pull up and try and squeeze our shoulder blades together and down, and up and squeeze and down, and up and squeeze and down. You're gonna do 3 sets of those, and you're gonna do 12 reps apiece. Really good job, guys. Now next we're gonna do a back exercise using the TRX. If you don't have one of these, this is a must-have for the home. There's so many things that you can do with it. In some future videos, we'll spend some more time working on it. But we can do a row using the TRX, and it's really simple. So we're gonna grab the handles like this and get our feet stable about shoulder width apart, and we're going to lean back. Again, we're gonna have a great posture with our neck straight, squeeze our glutes, pull in our navel, and you're simply gonna pull in like this, all the way up, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and push out slowly, and come back up, and squeeze, and push out slowly. Now, depending on how advanced you are, you can go at different levels. If you wanna stand a little bit more upright to make it a little bit easier, you can do it that way. Or if you wanna make it more advanced, you can go all the way down to the ground, just like this, and do it this way, shoulder blades together and out. So with the TRX, you have a built-in way to try and advance as you go along and you get stronger. So great way to work out the back at home. Super job on the TRX, guys. Now the last thing we're gonna do for our back of our 3 at-home exercises is simply what we call the 1-arm row. You can do that with a dumbbell and with a bench right at home. It's a really great exercise. It does a few things. It works primarily the latissimus dorsi, or also known as the lats. When you develop that, it gives you a broader rounded back overall, but it also does some other things as well too. It works the rear delt in the shoulder, and it also works in your core to help stabilize. So it's really simple. You're gonna get one knee on the bench and the other foot flat on the floor. You're gonna put one hand down like this, palm flat. Again, we're gonna have good posture. I want your back straight, squeeze your glutes, pull in your gut, and you're simply gonna take the weight and you're gonna pull it straight up like this and feel that lat squeeze, and then push down and up and squeeze and down, and exhale and inhale. Now, one thing I want you to notice is how my back stays flat. What I don't want you to do is come up and rotate like this. You should be able to set a glass of water right square in your back, and it won't spill at all because we're that stable. And up and back down. Do your 3 sets of 12. There you have it. You've completed your back workout. Great job, guys. So there you have it. A quick and easy chest and back workout that you can do at home. If you like this video and you want to see more of them, hit the like and subscribe button. And remember, guys, obstacles are what you see when you lose sight of your goals. Appreciate you being here. We'll see you next time.